Hello and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In the last video, we were covering the topic called car prediction price, and we have learned about what is mean max scalar. And as I have told you in the last video, I will teach you this train test split. What basically train test split is and why we use this train test split. Why can't we take top 50 data as train and the bottom 50 as test? Why can't we do the vice versa, train and test by taking 50 data from the top and taking from the bottom or in between or middle? So yeah, the problem is whenever we take a random top, like if we in the sequence, if we take 50 data from the top and 50 data from the bottom for testing and training, the problem is, so let me write it for you guys. If I have a number like 1 2 3 4 and 5, as you can see that we have like 5 datas, like 5 similar kind of datas are there in a particular row. And if you can see, like in iris dataset, we have to predict the species, right? And we have 3 species there. So let me take the same thing here. I have a 3 species, 1 2 and 3, and it must be in a random fashion, right? If first is like 1, then its second is 2, then it's third. What if the top 50 data is 1 1 1 1? It's what if the all data top 50 data are the same kind of species, and another 25 is another, and another 25 is another kind of species? What if it's like that? So that's why we don't take like top 50 as training and bottom 50 as testing. So instead of that, we have something library, we have inbuilt library in sklearn.model selection. We have train test split. We use that. It will try to take all the necessary, it will try to execute by itself, and it will try to separate in term of test size. As we have given test size equals to 0.25, it means 75% of the data will be used for training the model. Yeah, you got it right. So here we are trying to use 75% of the dataset, and those 75% of the dataset, it will ensure that those 75% of dataset will contain all the necessary target variables that is present in the test and train itself, right? You got me right. So yeah, that's why we are using here, and it's very simple. From sklearn.model selection, we have to import that train test split, and we have to give xtrain, xtest, ytrain and ytest. So we will use this xtrain and ytrain for testing, and xtest and ytest for reading out the prediction. So yeah, we can directly use this function train test split x comma y comma what's the basic test size. I have as I have told you right now, we have 25% data as test size and 75% as a train size. So if we execute this column, and it is executed successfully. And what is x and what is y? For the sake of convenience, I have used x equals to data.new mileage. So I'm just trying to predict the price of a car by using their mileage. If their mileage is good, what will the price? So I'm trying to train my model as that I can predict the price by using only the simple concept of mileage and the price. So x equals to data of mileage and y equals to data of price. I'm doing the same from, and as I have mentioned, I have taught you what's the basically called linear regression. So what is linear regression? So for the linear regression model, we have a simple line. It will be like for the theory concept, I will try to create a separate video so that I don't have to waste time here for explaining you the programming concepts. So I will try to create a good presentation. I will try to teach you all guys how the basically linear regression and all the machine learning algorithms work. So yes, yeah, linear regression, I have written a variable called lr, and I am trying to fit that variable lr.fit. So xtrain and ytrain. So what basically fit is something like we are training the model. So now we have already done the fitting, and let's predict the model. And yes, it's working here. And while predicting, we are trying to predict lr.predict xtest. It will take the predict and it will put that value in the predict variable. And if I want to know the how much mean square error value is, I will directly import sklearn.matrices, and we will directly use that MSC, as we have imported mean square error as MSC of y test comma predict. As lot of you were wondering about why didn't I use accuracy score, like from sklearn.matrices import accuracy score, and I should have printed. But you should keep one thing in mind, that it's not a classification problem. So lot of people have a doubt in what's the classification and what is regression. Whenever if you are getting a particular value in return, like here I'm trying to predict not a particular species, that it is like species 0, species 1, species 2. We are trying to generalize, we are trying to predict the price by the mean of mileage. So if it is giving me the answer as value, then it's a regression problem. If it is trying to predict which kind of species is this, like 0, 1, 2, if we have already labels, if we're trying to predict the labels, then it's called classification problem. You understood, right? So yes, we are trying to just trying to predict the mean square value. And yes, so that's all for this video. If you learned anything from this video, give a thumbs up, and meet you in the next video. Thank you and have a nice day to all.